All right, class. So in today's lesson in our multiplication and division unit, we're going to be talking about using skip counting as a strategy to solve word problems. So first of all, let's just practice using tape diagrams and number bonds to model our strategy of skip counting. So let's suppose we had a situation where we got Mark Whalen here, who is gonna, get balloons for a party. So he's gonna get balloons for a party, and he's gonna have 3 tables at his party, and he needs to have 6 chairs at each table. Okay, so excuse me about the balloons or whatever, but this guy, Mark Whalen, he's going to have a party. He needs 3 tables. He needs 6 tables at each. Okay, so let's make that into a number bond. So we got 3 tables, okay, and he's going to put 6 chairs at each. And I want to know how many chairs he needs altogether. So I'm going to imagine I put all 6 from each group in around one table. And let's say you don't necessarily know what that's going to come to. I'd have to add 6 plus 6 and then plus 6 more, right? Well, multiplication is supposed to be faster than a repeated addition, right? So that's where skip counting can really help you out. And basically skip counting is me just adding 6 every time in my head. So first it's going to be 6 plus 6, right? Well, first I've just got this 6. Plus 6 more is 12. Plus 6 more is 18. Oh, that's my total, 18. Okay. And if I was going to write this as a multiplication sentence, it would be 3 groups of 6. And I counted by 6s because I started with 6, 12, and 18. Another way to also think about it is, well, if my number bond is 3 times 6, can't I just flip it? That's the same thing, right? This is going to be the same thing. So what I could do is I could also count by 3s. And let's count by 3s 6 times. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to count by 3s 6 times. Here we go. 3. I should end up at 18 if this is right, because 3 times 6 is the same as 6 times 3. So here are 3 6s. So here are 6 3s. Should be 18. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yep. I get to 18 both times. So in this kind of problem, you may think, I don't know how to count by 6s. But you know what? I know that 3 times 6 is the same as 6 times 3. Therefore, I can count by 3s. I can count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Boom. My answer is 18. And I can do that for number bonds as well. So let's do this. Let's do I can do it for tape diagrams as well as number bonds. Okay, so let's do another problem. And maybe this one is counting by 8s, right? So let's say we've got 6 tables and there are 8 chairs at each. Okay, well, no, I don't want to use 6. Let's do 4. We got 4 tables and there are 8 chairs at each. Okay, so here's a tape diagram. Okay, we got 4 tables and there are 8 chairs at each table. I want to know how many altogether. I want to know how many chairs altogether. Well, I don't know how to count by 8s. Well, let's first write the multiplication sentence for this. 4, groups of 8. Well, this would be counting by 8s, but I can also count by 4s. And we would be counting by 4, because this says 4 eighths. This is going to say 8 fours. So let's count by 4s, 8 times. Let me put my 8 out here, because we're going to be counting by 4s 8 times. Okay. Start with 4, add 4 more, 8. We just keep adding 4s. Okay, we just keep adding 4s. Aha, 32. So how many chairs altogether? 32. Some of you may have been like, well, Mr. Wolf, I know that 8 plus 8 is 16 and 8 plus 8 is 16, so it's just 16 plus 16. And I bet if you do 16 plus 16, you get 32. Yep. And also skip counting by 8s 4 times. Well, you can't see that. 8, 16, 24, 32. If you skip count by 8s or you skip count by 4s, that is, if you skip count by 8s 4 times, if you skip count by 4s 8 times, it doesn't matter. You get to 32 each time. That's another reason why commutative property is the same. So our answer is 32. 32 chairs is our total. Okay, so that basically shows how you can model your thinking using skip counting as a strategy to solve your multiplication problems. We're going to need to know this strategy right here because we're going to use it a whole bunch when it comes to division. It's going to really help us out with division. So in this case, I knew we were counting by 4s 8 times, or counting by 8s 4 times, and it got me 32, okay? So we'll talk more about this strategy when it comes to division as well when we do word problems in division. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you do the exit ticket and use skip counting as a strategy to solve all those problems. Thank you very much. Have a good day.